Hey guys, in this video we are going to be discussing elapsed time. There's three different ways in which a problem for elapsed time is given, and we're going to go over all three of those. So when talking about elapsed time, three different problem types. There are problems where they give you the start as well as the end time. They also give you the start and the elapsed time. They can also give you the end time and the elapsed time, and it is your job to find the unknown of each. So this would be find the elapsed, this would be find the end time, this would be find the start time. So that's another way to look at it. I sort of have the same general approach for solving each of these types of problems. I like to do it visually on a number line. We'll go through each of those, and I'm going to start with the start and end time. All right, so here is the problem we have, the 2:35 a.m. start time ending at 4:18 p.m. I want to start a number line right here. This is going to be my start time of 2:35 a.m. Okay, and I am just going to take my time all the way off the screen. I realized I ran out of room, but what we're going to do is I'm going to show you just the way I would solve this problem. I know your teacher you might solve this a little differently as well, but this is the way that I like to visually do it, and I will automatically get the correct answer if I know I'm counting correctly. Okay, so I look at 2:35 a.m. I know that it takes 25 more minutes to get to the next hour, so I'm going to notate my minutes underneath with a nice 25 right there. Okay, and then the time right there is 3 o'clock. Okay, and I'm going to get all the way up until 4 p.m. Okay, so don't get confused. This right here, though it is 4 o'clock, it's 4 a.m., not 4 p.m. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I make a little line because this is 12 p.m. and that's the change of p.m. to a.m., a.m. to p.m. I'll do that as well as midnight. So then we are at 12, then 1, then 2, then 3, and then 4 o'clock. Okay, but I need to make sure I get that 18 minutes again, and this is 18 minutes, and thankfully we're right on the side of the screen. Perfect. I knew it was going to work out that way. So we have 18 minutes, and this would give us 4:18 p.m. Okay, just right out there. So what does this really mean? Well, I'm going to count up our hours, and then I'm going to count up the minutes. So let's count the hours. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 hours. And how many minutes is that? Well, it's going to be 25 minutes plus this 18 minutes. So I'm just going to do that quick math right here. 25, 18. When I add these up, I will get 43 minutes. Okay? And that's my elapsed time. That's when they give you the start and the end time, they're going to be asking for the elapsed time. Okay? And this I know is the correct answer because I mapped it out, counted it out. The next two examples that we're going to do from the start and elapsed time as well as the end and elapsed time, all I'm going to do, since they give you the elapsed time, I'm just going to map it the same kind of way and then count and get my answer correctly. Okay? Okay, so for this type of problem where they give us the start and the elapsed time, we're going to be looking for the end time. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just map the elapsed time and then count using the time. I'm not even going to label this as the start time yet. I'm just going to mark my elapsed time. So I need to make 15-hour marks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oop, have some room left over, so I'll just make a mark right here of 45 minutes and then move my end time up to there. Okay, so this is my 15 hours and 45 minutes. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually count our hours here starting at 6:30 p.m. Okay, so it's 6:30 p.m. That would make this 7:30 p.m., 8:30, 9:30, 10:30, 11:30, 12:30 a.m. Okay. 1:30, 2:30, 3:30, 4:30, 5:30, 6:30, 7:30, 8:30, 9:30. Okay, so this is 9:30 a.m. and we need to make sure we get 45 more minutes. I know it's going to be another let's say 30 minutes. I'm going to redo this kind of. I know this is 30 plus 15. So I'm just going to notate that right here. I'm not even going to change. So 30 plus 15. Just because I need to make sure that I remember that it's still 45, but it helps me when I do 30, get to the next hour, that's 10 o'clock, then 15, which will get me to 10:15 a.m. And that's going to be our end time. And I know that because all I did was I mapped my elapsed time. We had the 15 hours and the 45 minutes broken up into the 30 and 15 to help me with my counting. And that makes me get to 10:15 a.m. Okay? The final example we have is from end time to elapsed time. And when we are given those two, we're going to be trying to find the start time. And once again, when we're given the elapsed time, my strategy and what I do is I just map out the time, but I'm going to do it a different way. Previously, I've always mapped it from the start time to the end time, but since I'm given the end time, I'm going to map it from here, okay? And that'll just help me when I'm counting back to make sure I'm doing it from the correct place, okay? So I need to make sure I'm doing 8 hours as well as 15 minutes starting from here. I'm not even going to notate the end time. I'll do that later. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then I'm going to notate 15 minutes to get right back there, and that's 8 hours and 15 minutes right there. So we're going to start counting back from 11:30 p.m. Okay, and starting here, this is 11:30, so that would be 10:30, 9:30, 8:30, 7:30, 6:30, 5:30, 4:30, 3:30. Okay, so I have 3:30 right here, 3:30 p.m., and I know that 15 minutes prior to 3:30 p.m. is 3:15 p.m. Okay, so, and that's just easily counted back on using my timeline. So my start time is 3:15 p.m. And if I'm not sure with any of these methods, one thing that I can do is, since I've mapped it, I can recount it just going the opposite way. Whether it's forward or backward, it's the same thing. So we have 3:15, 15 minutes later is 3:30 p.m. Then we have 4:30, 5:30, 6:30, 7:30, 8:30, 9:30, 10:30, 11:30 p.m., knowing that this is my correct answer. All right, guys, I hope those 3 examples helped. Once again, this is my strategy that I like to do to solve these problems. So whichever way you do, whether it's addition or subtraction of time, whatever that is great. Whatever you're doing to solve the problems to make sure you're getting the right answer, that's important. I prefer the visual model just because it helps me concretely know the time and know my answer is correct every time by doing it this way. So with that said, I'll see you in the next video.